Hey there, it's Elena Bear, and today I'm going to be doing the Sisterhood of the World Bloggers Award tag. I was tagged to do this video by Jen Gambale, who is a booktuber here on YouTube, and I absolutely love her videos. I'm always so excited when I see that she's uploaded a new one, and I was so excited to see that she tagged me to do this video. So here we go, let's get started. Okay, the rules of the tag are to thank the blogger who nominated you and link back to their site. So I'm going to put a link in the description for Jen's YouTube page. And number 2, I'm supposed to post the awards logo on your blog. Number 3, I'm supposed to answer the 10 questions that Jen has asked me, that she wrote for me. And then number 4 is nominate 10 other bloggers. And number 5 is set 10 questions for my nominees to answer. So let's get started with the questions that Jen wrote for me. Question number 1, you are fighting in the Wizarding War. What would be your signature go-to spell? Example, Harry uses Expelliarmus a lot. I think that if I was fighting in the Wizarding War, I would tend to use the Impedimenta curse, the Impediment curse, which is a powerful spell that causes people to trip or freeze or just in some way not be able to get to you. It kind of blocks them from getting to you. The other one that I would tend to use is the Petrificus Totalis Total Body Binding Curse that Hermione uses on Neville in the first book. I feel like those two would be pretty useful spells to use during the Wizarding War, at least, you know, to keep your enemy away from you, or if they get too close, to kind of like incapacitate them without killing them. Number 2, what was your favorite book in 2014 and what song best describes it? My favorite book in 2014 was My Little Pony, Rarities, Fashion, and Style. It has like about 3 pages. It's a really great read. Look how fierce. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But not really. So I would say my favorite book of 2014, well, okay, first let me explain. I don't buy books when they like first come out. I don't really read them like right away when they're published or anything. I'm kind of usually behind the times on stuff. So this book wasn't published in 2014, but that's when I read it. So my favorite book of 2014 is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, and I read it on my Kindle. Those of you who have seen Jen Gambale's videos probably recognize this Kindle cover because I'm a creeper and I bought the same one. No, what happened was I saw hers, I absolutely loved it. I asked her what it was, where she got it and everything, and then I asked for it for my birthday. My sister-in-law got it for me from Amazon. So yeah, I mean, how cute is that? Come on. You guys feel free to go on Amazon and get this same Kindle cover if you want, because it is so fabulous, and like, I will not blame you at all for copying off of me who copied off of Jen. So yeah, anyway, Book Thief, that's what my favorite one in 2014 was. And I think the song Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap is a really good description of kind of the feeling throughout the book. If you're not familiar with the song Hide and Seek, you should look up the lyrics. It's like really sad and creepy, and it just, I don't know, in the lyrics, whenever she says you, I kind of envision her like talking to Hitler, and yeah, I don't know, it just kind of goes with the theme of the book for me. Question number 3. Have you ever had a dream about a book when you slept? I'm sure I have, but I don't really remember like one specific dream like that. I'm sure I had dreams about like Twilight and Harry Potter, just like those worlds and those characters, because when you're reading a long series like either of those, your brain just keeps thinking about it even after you go to sleep. Question number 4. Which book do you think would be impossible to adapt into a movie or TV series? If that book already has an adaptation, did you see it and what did you think about it? I would say His Dark Materials series. They tried to make a movie about the first one, The Golden Compass, and if you've seen it and read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. They like changed everything, and everyone who read the book was like outraged and was just like, what is this? What are you doing? So they ended up not making a second movie because everyone hated the first one so much. I don't think they can get it right. Like, I wish they could, because that would be such an amazing movie series. But based on what they did with the first one, I'm not so sure. Okay, number 5. First I'm gonna do it and then I'll explain what I'm doing. Can you guess what number 5 was? Take a selfie with your most beautiful book while filming. This book is the complete and unabridged works of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It is pretty huge, and I just think it is gorgeous. When I bought this at a thrift store, was it a library sale or a thrift store? I think it was a thrift store. It was, I mean, dirt cheap, super cheap, and it was like falling apart. This whole binding was like completely ripped off, and I kind of glued it back together like that, but you can see that it's still like ripped, and it just is, you know, it shows signs of wear, but it's not like disgusting. Like, I still think it's very, very pretty and elegant with the gold and the gold pages, and I just feel like this is a very decorative, beautiful book. And yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I want this to be like a decoration in my house. I mean, obviously I want to read it too, but I just thought it was so pretty. Question number 6. How many languages can you read books in? Which languages are they? Which one of them is your first/native language? I can only read in English. Technically, Russian was my first native language, but then we came to America when I was really little, and I started learning English when I was 3 years old. So yeah, no more Russian for me. Number 7. How long did your longest book hangover last? I'm not sure, but I'm guessing after I finished his Dark Materials series, I kind of had a hard time trusting authors with my heart after that. Yeah. Question number 8. Which friend/person are you eternally grateful for because they recommended a book to you that you loved? I would have to say I am eternally grateful to my friend Elliot, because she demanded that I read The Hunger Games years ago. And this was like before it was popular, before there were movies or anything at all. I mean, nobody knew what The Hunger Games was, but she insisted that I read it, and while I was reading that series, that's kind of when I had the realization that I wanted to write. And, you know, who knows when or if I would have had that realization if I hadn't read those books. So, thank you, Elliot. Question number 9. Show your viewers a book that has your very favorite color on the cover. I had a hard time with this, actually. I don't know why. My favorite color is purple. For some reason, I couldn't find a book with like the right shade of purple on it. This book, The Help, has purple, you know, as part of the like name card thing. I'm gonna have to go with that. But my favorite shade of purple would be like my watch. Like this kind of purple. But this is very pretty too. I like this. So there you go. And finally, question number 10. Show your viewers a book that never gets boring, no matter how many times you've read it. I've already talked about this before. No surprise here, The Great Gatsby. I've read this a bunch of times. I absolutely love it. Every time I read it, I get more out of it, and I like notice things that I didn't notice before, and just like different phrases jump out at me. Yeah. It's just so well written. It's just like the way he writes in general is just so beautiful. I'm sure if I like thought about this more, there would be several other books I could say, but this was the first one that came to mind, so. Alright, so that is all the questions. I have not actually decided who I'm going to nominate yet, so I am going to list everybody I nominate in the description below, and I'm going to tag them to do this tag. And so I'll put their names and their YouTube URLs in the description box. So click down below for that, and I will come up with 10 questions for them to answer. And I hope that they have as much fun as I did making this video. Thanks again to Jen for tagging me, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!